Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I've been asked to cover this topic for days now, and I haven't. I thought about it, and I did cover like part of this video in another video, but I realized that like I hear from people all the time that say, "Prof, I love your channel, and that's why I watch some of your videos," or sometimes people are even kind of say most of your videos. But I realize that I upload probably from like a on paper standpoint too many videos. My channel might do better. My channel might earn more revenue if I didn't upload so many videos and space them out more. But I have gotten to the point with YouTube where there's so many ideas I have for content and so little time to make videos that when I can like, this is going to sound like an internet phrase, when I can when I can produce 5 or 6 videos at once for a day, even if they're just all 4 to 5 minutes a piece, and even if they only make 30 cents a video or something, that to me just feels like a more productive day than like 3 videos or 2 videos. And there are a lot of channels that don't even do daily videos, but that's just my bar for myself when it comes to being productive, and I am addicted to productivity for better or for worse. I'm sure a lot of people would argue it's for the worse. When it comes to Thronebreaker difficulty, I've almost explored it. You can see I've got 30% left of the first 2 and 20% of the second 2, and of course the first 2, 30% ain't nothing. It's just really the 2 more paths of the first chapter, and then I've got some good old-fashioned Captain America Infinity War chapters to do. What do you know? Who would have thunk it? And wouldn't you know, as well, that this is the Spider-Verse Symbiote Sinister Six Attacker Tactical Edge chapter. Now, I believe that there is a great argument to make that this chapter is hella, and I mean hella, bugged. I don't understand, and we'll go over the descriptions of the nodes here again in a second. I don't understand why on earth there is an exception for special attacks versus basic attacks. And maybe it's just me misreading the node, but it makes things so tricky. I mean, I would definitely argue in terms of nodes and in terms of BS that this is a much, much more unfair BS setup than the last 2 chapters, which makes no sense. Like, but then again, maybe it does. Maybe Kabam always likes to have a sneaky difficult chapter in the meta to try to take some units, especially with their hardest new Thronebreaker and still kind of new difficulty setup. So we're going to start out. This is the questing team that I like. Now, good news and bad news, right? The good news is there are still plenty of options for these nodes. By the way, I had to talk about this path right here, the America Chavez Spot Strife Overseer path. Those 4 defenders back to back, and it wasn't exactly a cakewalk to go Wiccan Sabretooth. That's Kabam saying, get ready to spin some revives, everybody. Unless you do the hack that we're going to show you here in a second. What I don't like, I mean, obviously Quake can't Quake everything, especially, I found out the hard way, I was reminded the hard way, I should say, about Dollar General Batman, because when I brought in Quake versus Strife, she dead. But let's talk about, like, let's say this path. In a positive way, and notice I've got the Restoration Kit synergy with Nick Fury and Diplo X-Force. The positive way is if you can Quake. And notice you've got the every 6 seconds defender gains an unblockable charge, making their next attack unblockable. Unblockable charges are consumed whenever the defender attacks, regardless of whether the attack hits. But when it says attack, I interpret that to mean any kind of attack, and it's not. It's just like a basic attack with a medium or a light. But if they throw a special, you can't stun them. And maybe that's also like a coding issue, frame rate issue. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand these things. All I know is that When in doubt, just hold heavy and stun the opponent, and then release the heavy and just do the exact same thing. And it's a 5-star, so you're facing 7-star defenders, and that did not go well. And that didn't go well either. And suddenly, this entire video is laughable. But hey, at least we can show, I guess, the quote-unquote real version of this. I'm gonna bring in Scorpion, and again, I don't pretend to be good at Scorpion gameplay, but I'm gonna do some heavies and just get the knockdowns up. Now that's good, and what I like to do with him is just a special one right after. I realize I've got suicide time. There's the separation of the distance, and then maybe he'll knock himself out again. There we go. So Scorpion really does help, and you can put Spider-Ham in that too, but I still think there's an argument to be made that Spider-Ham is a better version of, Scorpion's a better version of Spider-Ham. That might be a controversial statement. The good news also is that when I look at my revives, I see that I've got 2 expiring today, along with a couple potions, so I'm going to use a level 1 revive and 2 potions right now. And we're going to try one more time to be better at Quake. Ironically, when I was half asleep last night, I didn't make a mistake. But of course, when the lights are brightest, it's also nice that Quake, as a 5-star, takes less pots to heal up. Now, of course, that is an indictment of her health. But this is the beauty of having revives. Now, as somebody who has revives in the overflow, it's mainly from just 22-hour events, Like, I've never revive farmed because the RNG's been terrible to me. But I still emphasize with so many people who do. Alright, it's all about the crotch, as in the Sasquatch. Alright, first rotation went well. Will the second rotation wreck me again? So far, no. And then that did wreck me. I wonder what it is that's causing me to get wrecked. I don't know. But in theory, yeah, see, the Wrath. Oh, it's the Wrath. It's the Wrath. Dang it. Well, I don't know if I'm even going to start over this path. I just used a little bit of energy. Maybe not. Maybe I'll enjoy it with Scorpion. He's my MVP when it's not Quake. Either way, I still think this path is some BS. Some broken BS. And even if it's working as intended, it's really not fun. And I know Kabam's got to make their money, but the science path, it just seems glitchy to me. I've had a lot of people complain about it. Thought I'd make a video. I know it's longer than usual, but hey, got some gameplay. Woohoo! Thanks for watching.